and his mama cries. 'Cause if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another screaming mouth to feed. In the ghetto, in the ghetto. Because if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another screaming mouth to feed. You know, there's a lot of things I need. I gotta pick up some paper towels. We're all out of coffee. I need to go to the laundromat. But the one thing I don't need, it's another screaming mouth to feed. So saith, what was that guy's name? I know Elvis Presley covered it, but he had a funny name like Max. Who wrote In the Ghetto? Is it Mac somebody? Mac Davis. That sounds right. And his mama cries. He buys a gun and he steals a car. I like how the guy buys a gun. He didn't just steal a gun. He buys a gun and he steals a car. He tries to run, but he don't get far. And his mama cries. On a cold and gray Chicago morning, another baby child is born. In the ghetto, in the ghetto. So dramatic. But yeah, another baby. Abinoojiiyens. Abinoojiiyens. Baby. Let's make that the Ojibwe word of the day. Abinoojiiyens. Baby. Baby, baby, I want you. So how you doing? Do you have a baby? How many babies do you have? Babies are a mystery, you know. A cute baby will just disarm everybody. From the toughest guy will get all gentle and cool and, oh, look at the little baby. Hello, little baby. You know. Babies. You ever notice like the special connection that babies will have with the really old, the elders? They say that babies and people ready to start their journey see something in each other. You know, the babies just came from the spirit world. And they haven't forgotten yet, but they can't talk. And the elders can talk, but sometimes they start to lose their ability to talk. Or, you know, they say that old-timers disease, Alzheimer's for old-timers, is when you got 1 foot in the spirit world and 1 foot in the material world. Because we are spirits in a material world, are spirits in an old 80s video. So yeah, babies. I remember one time, this was like, I don't know, 6 months to a year after my grandma passed away. I saw this baby. And the baby looks me just right in the eye. And he it's a little boy baby, he just starts giggling like he knew something. And he was just looking at me like, hey, you know, it's me. And I looked down on him. I was like, Grandma? But I don't know. Okay, baby. What should we talk about today? Something to do with babies? You know, babies are a good thing. They really are. I know sometimes I'm quick to tell young people, hey, you know, don't get pregnant. You know, you should wait till after you get married and start a family that way, you know. But I come from a long line of people who didn't do it that way. Or I come from a long line of What? You're what now? Oh, jeez. Better get to the church on time. But a baby is a blessing, you know. Babies will change people's lives. It's so strange. You know, in Ojibwe, the word for abortion is nah, just kidding. We don't have a word for abortion. You know, I'm sure Native women get abortions. I've never actually heard of one doing that, but it's not the kind of thing you talk about, I suppose. But it doesn't seem to be our way. It seems to be our way to have babies. Baby. The problem is with babies, you know, it's kind of like getting a puppy. You don't really think they're going to grow up. Nobody wants to have a 14-year-old. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to have a baby. Oh, congratulations. Nobody ever says, oh, I'm going to eventually have a 14-year-old. Oh, congratulations. That's going to be awesome. I mean, no offense, 14-year-olds. But they weren't really thinking about you when they were thinking about making you. They were thinking about a little roly-poly, bald... You ever notice this too? How babies kind of look like old people. You know, they get all chubby again and they lose their hair. And they wear diapers. They say your first birthday and your last birthday are really... They're kind of alike. Because you don't know what's going on. People bring you like something that's confusing. They fill the room with a bunch of what is strangers to you. And they say, these are your family and your friends. Be happy. Happy birthday. And they sing at you and you sit there and you drool. Life's kind of a perfect circle. You start all drooly and in a diaper. And, you know. And then you end up all drooly and in a diaper again. Not knowing what's going on. If you're lucky. If you're truly fortunate and blessed, you get to live a long life of suffering and hardship. Because ain't that America for you and me? Ain't that America something to see, baby? Ain't that America home of the free? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Abinoojiiyens, baby. What else should I say about the baby? It is the first stage of life, being a baby. Babies are smart. You know, they got to learn so many things that first year. They got to learn how to walk and talk. I don't know. Do 1-year-olds walk? I don't think they walk yet. I mean, it takes them a long time, but compared to what you got done in the last 5 years, how many new languages did you learn? How many skills that required, like learning how to walk, learning how to talk, learning how to chew, how to endure all that teeth pain. I mean, it's rough being a baby. And we all do it. We all go through it. And a baby can make a mom so happy. Here's the truth from the man's perspective, ladies. I mean, I don't know. I never made a baby. But women get really excited. Even right away when they find out that they're pregnant, they can start to visualize a baby in their belly. When a man finds out you're pregnant, he goes right into panic mode. He gets scared. He's not thinking of a baby. He's thinking of bills, and he's got a million worries. And even on that day, when he sees his newborn baby, tears in his eyes, and people will think, oh, what joy. A lot of those tears are just fear, panic, exhaustion. I think. And then men are kind of more into like kindergartners. A baby is sort of, I think women like babies better than men do. Men like them when they can talk back. A man can't do much for a baby. He's like, here, let me show you something here, son. Son, here come. I want to teach you this card game. And it's just a baby. He's just, a man can hardly feed a baby. He's like, oh, here, I got some mashed peas in a little jar. You want it? And the baby's like, no. I've inherited that lady's boobs. The reason you married her? Those are mine now. So I just got sort of PG rated. You never see Ernie talking about breastfeeding. Ernie's my cousin from Ernie and Bert. Okay, alright. I'm going to call this a show. Because, why not? Our Ojibwe word today. Abinoojiiyens. Baby. Baby. Alright. Thank you for watching. BOOZHOO. NANABOOZHOO. The podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am NANABOOZHOO, and I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minowa. Hawa. What?
Welcome to BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. And I'm happy to be here with you today to speak Ojibwe, learn about the language and culture.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to BOOZHOO, NANABOOZHOO.